So most of us have played around with an AI that can chat or write an email or even make a picture. But we are right on the edge of something so much bigger. AI that doesn't just talk, it does. We're talking about autonomous AI agents, and they're about to change, well, pretty much everything.
And this is the big question, right? It's the core of what we're digging into. We've gotten used to AI that gives us answers. But what happens when that AI can actually take the answer and do something with it? That's the huge leap from passive to active, and it's what this is all about.
All right, let's break down this difference because it's super important. On one side, you've got the AI models we all know and use. You can think of them as passive tools. You ask a question, they generate an answer. Simple. But on the other side, AI agents. These guys are proactive doers. They don't just answer your question. They take the initiative to go out and solve the problem behind your question. This isn't just a small step up. It's a completely different kind of technology.
To really get how these things can build up to something so powerful, we have to start small. We need to look at the basic building block of it all, the single, individual agent. Think of it like a single Lego brick.
Now, this definition might look pretty straightforward, but man, is it powerful. An agent perceives its world by taking in data. Then it makes decisions based on whatever goal it has. And, this is the key part, it actually takes action to make that goal happen. It's this non-stop loop. See, decide, do.
And this is that loop in action. It's a really elegant, continuous cycle. First, it senses the world around it, pulling in data from APIs, websites, whatever. Then it thinks. It processes all that information and figures out the best move to make next. And finally, it acts. It actually executes a task. This sense, think, act loop, it's basically the heartbeat of every single autonomous agent out there.
You know, you can almost break an agent down like you would a person. It's got perception, which are its eyes and ears for soaking up data. It's got reasoning, that's the brain making the calls. It has memory, so it can learn from what happened before. It's got planning to break down a huge goal into tiny, manageable steps. And of course, it has action, the hands it uses to actually interact with the world.
Okay, so we get the single Lego brick. But what happens when you start snapping those bricks together? What happens when you build something way, way bigger?
This is where the real magic starts. A single agent? It's like a highly skilled worker who's amazing at their one specific job. But a multi-agent system, or MAS for short, that's a whole different league. That's like a perfectly coordinated elite team. They're not just solving one little task, they're tackling massive, complicated problems that a single agent wouldn't even know where to start with.
And this teamwork gives them some serious superpowers. The system is decentralized, which means if one agent fails, the whole thing doesn't just collapse. They can coordinate and communicate with each other to work towards a common goal. And the best part? It's incredibly scalable. If you need more power, you just add more agents. You know, it's a concept nature figured out a long time ago, like with an ant colony or a flock of birds.
Okay, so this all sounds incredible in theory, but is anyone actually using this stuff? You bet. Let's take a look at how these agent systems are already making a huge impact in the real world.
Take Wall Street. In finance, speed is literally money, and these agent systems are working at a speed no human team could ever hope to match. I mean, think about it. Some estimates say that over 80% of stock market trades are already automated. Well, agentic systems are pushing that even further, analyzing data millisecond by millisecond to execute trades and manage risk across huge portfolios, all on their own.
Have you ever wondered how your package manages to show up on time even when there's a snowstorm or a massive traffic jam? Well, more and more the answer is AI agents. They are the invisible brains of the operation, managing inventory, rerouting trucks on the fly, and coordinating this entire complicated dance between suppliers, warehouses, and your doorstep. They're building logistics networks that are not just efficient but truly intelligent.
We've all been there, right? Stuck talking to a chatbot that keeps sending you in circles. Well, a multi-agent system is the fix for that. A main agent might greet you, but the second it figures out you have a billing issue, it seamlessly hands you off to the billing specialist agent, or the tech support agent. And they all work together behind the scenes to get you a solution, often without you even realizing you've been passed along.
So the potential here is just massive, clearly. But with any technology this powerful and this autonomous, we have to be really honest and clear-eyed about the new challenges and risks that come along with it. It really boils down to this fundamental trade-off. For every incredible promise, like near-infinite scalability or resilience, there's a tough challenge on the other side. How do you actually manage the complexity of thousands of agents all working at once? How do you keep the system safe from malicious agents? And maybe the biggest question of all, how do you make sure the whole thing is transparent and accountable for its actions?
These are the questions we have to get right. And maybe the most important answer lies right here. The goal, for now at least, doesn't seem to be about replacing people. The most powerful uses we're seeing are all about human-agent collaboration, creating systems that act as unbelievable tools to augment our own intelligence, helping us make better, faster, and smarter decisions.
And that leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending question to think about. As these agents get smarter, more capable, and more woven into our daily lives, are we just building a better hammer, or are we actually, literally, designing our future teammates?